Hello, how are you? I'm fine too, thank you. Today, we continue to talk about the number 12. Uh, well, the using based on 12, number 12 is called the dual decimal system of notation. Ordinarily, when we use calculation or talking about mathematics today, we use the decimal system, which is based on 10. But also we use the duodecimal system as well. For example, last week we talked about the 12 months of the year or the Chinese zodiac. There are 12 animals. Also the time. We have 12 and 12, 24 hours a day. Also, a dozen, that means 12. So today, continue with the duodecimal system, maybe. 12 famous boys' names from the Bible. Do you know the 12 apostles, or some people call them disciples? Well, not exactly the same, but we use them uh, almost in the same manner. Okay, first of all, uh, the 12 apostles, the name came from Greek. Apo means from, that's the perhaps the prefix. And stelo, that means I send or I leave, something like that. So it means originally the messenger or envoy, that kind of meaning. But also you can call them, they were the delegates. It means that Jesus sent those 12 people as his messengers or the delegates. Um, but also some people say uh, the apostle came from the Jewish language, well, Hebrew. Of course, include Jesus, they were all Jewish people, but under the Roman force. Then they were speaking, the Jewish people, Hebrew or maybe Alamite language, which is one of Hebrew languages. Then, of course, Roman people probably writing in Latin. But the Bible, especially the New Testament, which has 27 books, were written in Greek. So some of the names I'm going to introduce you now, some churches use the Greek style or sometimes Latin style, or sometimes even French or Spanish or Portuguese or German or Dutch. But today I'm going to introduce you in English. So there are so many different languages or crossing. So you might find it a little interesting or difficult, but never mind. But in Hebrew also, if I can say it correctly, I don't know. Seliach, that means sort of like original Hebrew language translated into Latin, as the mission or missio. Today, in the English language, we have the word called missionary. So that came from two. Anyway, those are the names. All right. 12, part 13. Simon. Sometimes he's called Peter. Andrew. He's Peter's brother. Then James, son of Zebedee. John, son of Zebedee. Also John is James' brother. Then Philip. Then Bartholomew. But sometimes he's called Nathaniel. Then Thomas. Sometimes he's called Didymus. Then Matthew, the tax collector. Then James, son of Alphaeus. Then Judas, son of James or Judas the Zealot, some people call him. Or he also has other names like Thaddeus or Thaddeus or Lebbaeus or Lebbaeus. Then Simon the Zealot. Also he's called Simon the Canaanite. Then Judas Iscariot, who is later replaced by Matthias. Then some people might call him is the replacement of Judas Iscariot, but Paul. Many people call him the apostle of the Gentiles. Well, Paul wasn't a Jewish citizen. He was a Roman citizen, and he spoke that language. But anyway, once more, Simon, Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, Matthew, James, Judas, Simon, another Judas Iscariot, and perhaps Paul. Okay, those 13 people, or you could say 12 people. Also, do you know in the Old Testament, there are Jewish people. They were divided into 12 tribes. And also Jesus had 12 apostles. Number 12 is quite an important number throughout the Bible from the beginning to the end. Catholic Bible has 75 books. Then Protestant Bible has 66 books. Well, we're talking about that kind of thing later. But for now, what's your favorite apostle's name? If you were a boy, or if you are to name a boy, what would you choose? All right, take care of yourself. It's been very hot outside. So please stay home unless it's necessary for you to go out. You don't want to be carried into the hospital because you got heat stroke or something like that. So drink a lot of fluid, water, juice, not too much alcohol, but okay, moderately is fine. Then use the air conditioner to air condition your room to stay cool. All right. Until then, see you. Take care of yourself.